Hey guys, this is Sports World's Everything with Crypto Marie. I am going to give you some information about Gilbert Arenas. This guy is a guy with a podcast that keep on giving me information to talk about. It's amazing to see how much crap he can throw out there. But at the end of the day, that's his beliefs, that's his opinion. I am here to bring you the latest. If it seems like it's something you can have a take on, I'll bring it to you. Sports World's Everything with Crypto Marie. It says Gilbert Arenas says Kevin Garnett was better than Tim Duncan. He was good because he has a good team around him. The Spurs won 5 titles with Duncan, while Garnett didn't win a championship until he got traded to Boston. Remember, that's his opinion, and let me know how you feel about the whole thing. I just read a comment about somebody was kind of like frustrated about Stephen Curry versus Magic Johnson on who's the best point guard of all time. And his take is Magic Johnson was and is and will always be the best point guard. Guys, I'm a woman. I love the sports. I'm just here to bring you the latest. It's okay to feel a certain way, but don't make it seem like I was the one saying that. No, I'm not the one. I'm only reporting to you what the ex-players are saying. Okay? My goodness. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But it's like they talking to me like I said it. Gilbert Arenas and his crew at the Gil's Arena podcast recently had a hypothetical discussion about Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan switching teams at the start of their careers. According to Arenas, Duncan was fortunate to get drafted by a team that won 50-plus games before he came, which helped him become very successful in his NBA career. Meanwhile, KG went to an expansion team and had to work to build his team from the ground up to start winning. But if they switched teams, Arenas said Garnett would have found more success than Duncan. That's how he feels, okay? Before Tim Duncan, 50 games, and then Tim Duncan's in the draft, and they tanked it like they did this year to get Wemby. And then you add Tim Duncan, the National Player of the Year, to a team that's winning 50 games in the NBA. You see how if you something, what I am saying is you are adding a National Player of the Year, Arena said. It was some cursing word. I can't say it, guys. Y'all know how YouTube is. Have to be careful. He has a better chance of winning more because he's coming on to a number 1 team. You are not taking into account that it's the number 1 team. We are adding this 4-man. We are having this 7-footer. Even if he plays just defense, it heightens our chances versus Tim Duncan's. Okay. Going to a bottom feeding team. Now he has to work this system. He was good because he has a good team around him, Gil added. Okay. Gil saying that Tim Duncan was lucky to have a team that had already won 50 games before he got in there. But when it comes to KG, which is Kevin Garnett, he had to work his bottom up. So that's 2 different things. So what I don't understand, he always trying to find a way to make the guys that are doing better feel like, okay, if you didn't have that player with you, probably you would have been sucked. Like, I don't understand why he feels like that. Seriously. The guy won 5 championship rings, not only because he was in a good team, but he also contributed to it, So again, that's Gilbert Arena for you. KG went to an expansion team. It can be recalled that Garnett was the first player in 20 years to go straight from high school to the NBA. The big ticket was the 5th overall pick of the 1995 NBA draft out of Farragut Career Academy by the Minnesota Timberwolves. KG joined the Minnesota team that had never seen the playoff before and had not won more than 29 games in a single season. The Wolves won 26 games during Garnett's rookie season and went on to the playoffs in 8 straight seasons after that, losing in the first round 7 times. Okay, let's see what is going on. 99% of number 1 picks go to the bottom feeding teams where you have to build that legacy yourself. Then there are these great that they are considered top 10 players of this game that when you look at where they got drafted, they were drafted to a team that came off the gates winning 60 games. So their legacy, 50 wins every year. They just had that one bad year and they set everybody to get the number 1 pick. They set everybody. They set David Robinson on that bull, Arena added. I can't curse, y'all. Arena added to his point. Okay. Let's see the last part. Guys, I am on this computer. Each time I'm trying to finish up or add in something, we have some ads coming up. So please forgive me. I will try to get a better computer soon. Duncan was drafted by a playoff team. Duncan was one of those number 1 picks that did not go to a bad team like Garnett did, although the Spurs were 20-62 when they won the draft lottery that enabled them to draft the Wake Forest star. San Antonio made 7 consecutive playoffs appearances before that 1996-1997 season. Again, let me know how you feel, guys, about the whole thing, because if not, it's gonna keep on going. It says that year David Robinson played only 6 games due to back and foot injuries. The Spurs struggled off the gates as they lost 13 out of their first 15 games. Head coach Bob Hill got fired 3 games later, and Greg Popovich took over the reins of the team. Even with Pop coaching, the team finished at the bottom of the team standing. Even though they had a terrible record that season, it wasn't a guarantee that they would get Tim Duncan. Heading to the draft lottery, the Boston Celtics had a 36% chance of earning the right to draft Duncan, with the Celtics having a solid chance of winning the lottery. Even Duncan was surprised that he was not going to Boston, and the rest is, as they say, history. Subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the whole thing, y'all. Gilbert Arena gonna always give me something to talk about, and I'm loving it. Bye. Subscribe.